Hello, everyone. Welcome to another award-winning edition of the Locker Room Chat. My name is John Williams. I'm joined by Walter Stair down on the end. And Walter, how you doing?
Doing very good. How you doing these days?
Doing good. Big Orange had a clunker against Kentucky.
Yeah, I didn't like that one bit. That was where did that come from after they were playing so well for particularly 2 or 3 straight games, and then Kentucky was a real clunker. I understand you went to that game, and I guess you weren't too pleased. So.
No, the way it started out, I thought we was going to blow them out, but and Kentucky showed up. So
an 8-0 start in Tennessee's favor. That's
but
something else.
Big Orange bounced back last night.
Yeah, that was nice. I was glad to see that.
You got a win over Mississippi State.
But it was, tied at 23-23 at the half, but Tennessee turned it on down the stretch.
Sort of a tale of two halves.
Oh, yeah.
But our guests tonight are the Sunbright High School Tigers. Head coach here, Hunter Crouch. Coach Crouch, thank you for being here, and welcome to the show.
I appreciate it. I hate to get off on the wrong foot, but I'm a big Cats fan.
Oh.
We won't hold that against them too long.
Kentucky Wildcat fan, huh? So,
yeah.
So
Hey, you snuck in here, so.
Wildcats going to turn it around, that win over Tennessee, you think?
I don't know. It was a good win for them, to go down there.
They needed that.
That was awesome, and we beat Georgia last night, too. So, that was good for us. It's going to come down to the tournament time. There's a lot of good SEC teams this year.
Right.
So
That big fella for Kentucky, he's impressive. 37 points, 24 rebounds.
yeah, it's just numbers you don't hear of in college.
No.
You don't.
Way.
No.
Yeah.
Is that what had against Tennessee?
Georgia last
Against
night.
Georgia last night.
37 and 24.
Yeah.
I was like, huh?
Wow. He had a really good game against Tennessee, too. I know when he was
he's good for double-double, every game. He's
player of the year last year, what?
Yep. He decided to come back, so go in and be there.
Yeah.
That's good for us.
Coach Kraut's the head coach for the boys team at Sunbright High School, and he's brought 6 of his seniors along with him. And right now, we want to meet them. We have with us Logan Christ, Cameron Simmons, Isaac Jones, Nathan Ward, Grant Sexton, and Jonah Frills. And guys, if you would, just go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone what position you play. These guys here are all seniors, so we got 6 seniors there for Sunbright. And before we start, I'd like to thank y'all for coming out.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
My name is Jonah Frills, and I'm the point guard.
My name is Nathan Ward, and I'm our big guy.
My name is Grant Sexton, and I am a guard.
I'm Isaac Jones, and I'm a guard. I'm Logan Cross, and I'm also a guard.
I'm Cameron Simmons. I'm a forward.
All right. And we'll start there with Nathan. And Nathan, if you would, Coach Crouch here, all of y'all would, just in one word, you'd describe Coach Hunter Crouch.
I would say my one word would be energetic.
Funny.
Funny? Yeah. Okay.
Smart.
Hardworking. Passionate.
I'd say caring. He cares about us quite a bit.
What was that?
Caring.
I'll say scary.
No, caring.
caring.
I hope
Caring, no.
he may have said scary.
Y'all a lot nicer than the Anderson County boys were last week, describing their coach. But what's that? Oh yeah, Jordan Jeffers. Yeah. But Coach Crouch, again, thank you for being here, and let's talk about the season for Sunbright.
All right. This year, man, it's been fun. Like I was telling you before we got on, it's for my first year as a head coach, first year coaching, and great group of guys, man. I love them boys. We've had our ups and downs this year. We've had a lot of close games and played a lot of tough teams, and we've game's been decided by 5 points or less, 3 points or less, and it's just been tough for us. We've got 2 wins on the year, and but we're getting closer and closer to tournament time. We're putting it together, and I've got faith in our guys. Whenever we get to tournament time, we're going to be ready to play. So
The ball's not been bouncing your way.
it's tough losing game after game by point or two, and it just coming down to the last 5-10 seconds. It's hard, but we're figuring it out. We're getting some experience from it too, so it's good for us.
I know Sunbright advanced to the region last year. Had a record of 15-14. This year, y'all off, we say 2 wins. So would you say this is a sort of rebuilding year, or is this?
Well, no, like I said, it's my first year, and I didn't really know anything coming in, know the guys, but I wouldn't say it's a rebuild year. I mean, we've got 6 seniors over there.
Right.
Every one of them get to play, so we're just a couple bumps in the road. We're figuring them out, and like I said, we'll have it figured out before February. So.
Walter?
You've got a lot of teams that you've played, higher classification teams, Campbell County, Heritage, Anderson County, and that's got to help you down the road because you don't have quite as many bodies to choose from at Sunbright.
And that seems like that's the way it goes. We compete in the first half, and our guys get after it, and we play hard. And then we're competing in the third quarter, and then their depth starts to kick in on us a little bit. And then our 6 guys over there getting a little tired, and that's to be expected. You got guys playing hard, and then they look over and they got 5 new guys coming in that just got a 2-3 minute break. So it's tough. It's tough but we've competed in those games, and that's I'm thankful for that we went out there and played hard.
And also Oliver Springs, that's a very good win for you there. Traditionally a good basketball team, and beating them and beating Jellicoe, which is always pretty good basketball-wise. Yeah,
I went down there, a tough place to play. Shout out, that's Grant Sexton right there. They missed the front end of 1-on-1. He took it to length of the floor and jacked a 3 on the buzzer, and we won that one.
That's wonderful.
And Coach Crouch, how many seniors did you have last year? I know this is your first year, but
this is my first year coaching high school ball.
Sunbright, do you know how many seniors they lost?
They had 3, I believe. 3 seniors, yeah.
Who was the head coach last year?
Kevin Honeycutt.
Kevin Honeycutt.
Yeah, he's at Watertown now, coaching at Watertown.
There's been a lot of good coaches come through Sunbright. James Jones, we had him on the show a few years ago, and he's now at South Dole, and Jordan Jeffers.
Heard a lot of good things about both those guys.
Jordan's at Anderson County, had him on last week, and so I know it's been a lot of good coaches coming through there. And you say this is your first year, and
yes, sir. I graduated college in May from Tennessee Tech, and then I got the call. That's what I went to school for. I've always been competitive, always wanted to coach, and coached some AAU ball in the summer. Done a lot of refereeing. I've been around the game, all my life, and had an opportunity I couldn't pass up. And they wanted me to come interview, and I knew as soon as I went and interviewed, I knew I wanted to be there, and they wanted me. They was real welcoming, and it's been great. I'm enjoying my time at Sunbright for sure.
Did you play in college?
I did. I got to play a couple years at Maryville College, not too far from here. Yeah, in Division III program under Randy Lambert. He's had several wins. He's retired now, but great coach, man. Taught me a lot, and it just very competitive coach too. And I definitely enjoyed my time. It's a lot tougher than I thought. It's more of a job for sure, but I enjoyed my time there.
And Hunter, where'd you go to high school?
I went to Clark Range. Clark Range High School.
Okay.
Yep.
I've never been to Clark Range. I know they have a really good girls program.
yeah, home of the Lady Buffaloes. Well, when I was there, we had a good program, though. The boys program definitely improved from, when I was in 8th grade coming up, from freshman year to senior year. I got to go to a state tournament. I won a couple district championships and been to a couple sub-states, so we got to do some of those things, but the girls are more used to state championships and getting there and state tournament every year. That was kind of that was what they was after. And but yeah, man, we got to go to a state tournament one year, and that was a great experience. I enjoyed that, and being in a sub-state game, it's just those games are they competitive, and we got to be there. That was great. I'm glad that I got to experience those games.
And what about District 3 1A? Who are the teams to beat, and how many times do you play these respective teams as you go through the year?
Yeah, we're going to play each team in our district twice, at our place and at their place. Oneida right now, they're tough. We went down to their place and got beat. They've got a good team. They've got a lot of depth too, and they got 8-9 guys that they're playing pretty consistently. And then we've got Oliver Springs. Like I said, we went down there and ended up beating them by 1. And tough team as well, just skilled. They've got a couple of big guys in there and guards that can shoot it, And then Coalfield, we've played them. They come to us. They ended up beating us by 1 at our place. Yeah, they had a point guard, and they've got some length. They've got some size. And we haven't played Wartburg yet. We play them this Friday. We've got them at home first, and then we'll go down there to them. But, yeah, we play them Friday. Excited for that matchup, and hopefully we can get us a win at home.
And you're sort of in the middle of the pack, I guess, right now, not very much at the top. So it's really anybody's ball game except for possibly Oneida.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's very open, and like I tell our guys every day, I expect us to be up there in that 1 and 2 spot, and then even in the tournament, I expect us to either win it or be second place. Be in that championship game. There's no reason we shouldn't be with the guys we got, and I try to preach that every day to them and let them know that we're very well capable of winning it.
And Hunter, y'all play Coalfield last night?
No.
Who'd y'all play last night?
Rockwood last night.
Rockwood, okay.
Yeah. That was another one of them 5 points or less. Ended up losing by, I believe it's 5. We ended up getting beat by 5. Just come down to the last 2 minutes of the ball game, and we tried to get some stuff drawn up. Just had a couple of turnovers and just a couple of little mental errors. But like I said, our guys learned from it. We're learning from things like that to where hopefully when we get time to tournament time, we're not doing those things anymore.
You get to meet Coach K.
I did.
For Rockwood. I know he's been at Rockwood.
Yeah,
for a long
great
time.
coach. I kind of was thinking there right at the tip. I'm like, man, this guy's been coaching longer than I've been alive. Here I am about to coach against this guy, and he's been doing it, twice as long as I've been alive. I'm like, man, but it was great. After the game, he come talk to me. He's a real nice guy. You can tell he's very intelligent, knows the game, and it was great to meet him.
And, we never had him on the show. I'd like to have him on here as well. But
yeah, he's got just a mind for basketball. It just, he try to call a timeout there and set up a play. Got everything lined out. Then we get out there, and he's in a defense that he didn't even run the whole night. So then you're like, all right, let me burn my last time out here, bring them back in and say, okay, well, if they're in that, let's do this. But if he switches back, we're going to do this, But he was all over the place with defense. I mean, it was tough. He's definitely a good coach, knows what he's doing with the X's and O's for sure.
A real chess game, and I think it was 53-48 if my memory serves me correct.
Yeah.
That was a close ball game with a very good Rockwood team.
Yeah, they're tough. The point guard they've got, he's very good. He left-handed. He shot the ball well from deep last night too. I think he ended up hitting 5 threes, and we just struggled to guard him. But man, he was hard to guard for sure. Just tough player. Got to the rim very easily. He was nice.
we're visiting with Hunter Crouch. He's the head coach of the Sunbright Boys high school basketball team. And Hunter, I know you said you played at Clark Range, and there's also the girls coach there. He's pretty established too. I didn't realize that. Y'all were up at the Anderson County Christmas tournament, and your team was there, and the Clark Range girls were there, and the coach there, what's his name again? Head coach at
Lamar Rogers.
Lamar Rogers. Yeah, he's I think he's somebody saying the winningest coach, and
he is. He's the winningest coach in Tennessee, and I believe last time I checked, there's just one man in front of him, and he's still coaching. And he ain't far off from him, but he's still, that guy's still coaching. I'm not sure where it's at, and I'm not sure if that's still right, but that's what last I'd heard, that's what it was. But yeah, they've won 8 state championships there, and they win 20+ games every year, not many losses. They've always got a good program. They've always got girls coming up from 8th grade that just ready to play by their freshman year, and several of them scoring 1,000 points, 2,000 points. I mean, and when I got there, it was state championship or it was a bad year. That was their motto.
Lamar Rogers, at Clark Range, and I think he's been coaching like 46 seasons, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
He's one of those Coach K's there. Been there a long time.
Did you learn something from him, pick up anything?
Oh, yeah. He always was trying to get us to stay after and compete against his girls. He just wanted them to play tough, play hard, and he'd grab us boys, telling us, get in there and rough them around. Let's, make them better. And we would, and it's just, I enjoyed being around him, just watching him. He don't say a whole lot. He just whistle at you. The girls look right there at him, and he just bring them over and say, "Hey, listen, this," and then they'd go out there, and then it just everything be just fine.
And Coach Crouch, I know you're head coach there at Sunbright, but what do you do there at the school? What are you teaching?
PE, health and wellness. I teach health and wellness at high school, and then PE in middle school.
Okay, and so you're at both schools then, right?
Yeah, it's all one school.
One school,
we're all
right,
one school. Got middle school there, PE in the mornings, and then got high school health and wellness in the afternoon.
And what's the style of play your Tigers play? What do you like to play?
Well, we try to get out in transition when we can, but we like to set it up. We've got a couple of big guys. Nathan over there, 6'5". We've got another 6'5" guy. He's a sophomore, and we like to go inside out, try to get them the ball when we can, and post them up and see if we can't get a quick bucket. And if not, we got a couple of our guys there, seniors, that like to shoot the ball from deep. And we try to set things up and just run a set offense there. And defensively, we've been running a pretty good zone here lately that we like, and the boys seem to like it. They've kind of bought into it. So, but yeah, that's pretty much about it.
You do some pressing?
No, not a whole lot. Late in the game, if we need to, we'll pick up. But we like to just kind of sit back in our half court. We don't have like I said, we don't have the depth that some teams have.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an up-to-date lineup, but I've got one guy that you have listed at 7 feet tall. Do you still have that gentleman? Or?
Yeah, that's it's funny. That was a huddle error there. So we've got a boy. He's a sophomore on the team. Great kid. His name's Xander, and it's funny because we love to give him a hard time. The boys love to mess with him, and he messes with them right back, and they love to go at it. And when I got the job, they told me to look on Huddle and look at our roster or whatever. Well, I saw that and thought, man, wow. Then when I met the boys and stuff, they're like, that's him right there, and he's probably 5'8", 5'9".
Oh, okay. Quite a big difference.
So where's that 7-footer?
Yeah, I don't know. Huddle got the error wrong there. They got the weight wrong too. He's not 225, but good kid, good ball player. But no, that wasn't right. I don't know why that said that.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I mean, that stood out when I saw that. And also, do you have a Levi Webb?
Yeah, we've got Levi. He's a freshman for us.
Well, that's a good size, 6'7".
Yeah, no, well, he's probably about 6'3", 6'2", 6'3". I don't know if our Huddle's got our all of our heights wrong, but the one that stands out the most is the 7 foot.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
You always got to list them bigger than they are.
Yeah, we like the NBA. Just give them 2 or 3 more inches there, intimidate the other team.
Like years ago with Wes Unseld, they listed him at like 6'9", and he was actually 6'6" and a half. So.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Sort of like Charles Barkley. Yeah.
Exactly.
I think he was like 6'4", and they had him listed
6'8",
yeah.
6'9".
Oh, yeah.
But let's talk about your staff.
Staff.
Yeah.
What?
Your coaching staff.
All right. So coming in, I didn't think I knew it'd be tough to do it by myself, but I didn't know nobody in the community. I'm from Clark Range. It's a good 30, 35 minutes away for me every day. I still live there in Clark Range, so I drive to Sunbright every day. And it's hard to get somebody to come and be an assistant coach for you, and ask them to come there every day, and want to come and be a part of it. So I ended up just kind of settling, going to just do it by myself. And there's definitely times I'd love to have an assistant coach, but here recently we had to help Billy Ward there. He helps us with film, and he also helps our post guys some whenever we want to kind of split up, do some skill development stuff. So thankful for him. But other than that, I don't really have somebody on paper that we've got. But I'm, kind of regretting it, kind of wishing I would have found somebody. But I just didn't know anybody in the community and didn't want to kind of commit to somebody, that I didn't know.
Right. So if you're watching here, Coach Crouch needs an assistant for next year. So he's taking
applications.
Right, taking applications, and maybe
I
Billy.
want to take a breather or two every now and then.
Maybe Billy will be back.
Yeah. Next year we'll put him on paper there.
Get him back on the staff. I know he was with Coach Jones, and be good to get him back, wouldn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, right now we're going to go ahead and take our first break of the night, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Locker Room Chat.
Sorry I'm late. It's been a long day turning Rex into checks. Hey, why are the Ice Bears in the kitchen cooking dinner?
Oh, hey, Tim.
How's it
Welcome
going?
home.
You've been so busy icing the insurance company. They're here to remind you it's hockey season.
Hey, Tim, you passing the ketchup?
Sure.
Thanks.
No problem.
Hey, Tim, do you want a burger?
I do.
Medium well?
Yes. Well, that's how the Ice Bears roll.
Shot by Timo Pham, he scores!
As soon as I walked in the door and saw just the ambiance of the place, I thought, wow. I said, this is really nice. Everyone is just great with all of the residents.
I call this the Alexander House of Angels.
This is an example of one of our rooms. This is considered a large studio. We do have 4 different size rooms. They all have their own private bathrooms. They all have a small kitchenette.
I always tell residents that they feed us wisdom. I feel like that's a big special part of working in assisted living.
And it's a big family here. Everyone is very nice.
Look out for each other.
They do. She's made a lot of friends. It's been that from day one.
Yeah, it has. I love our building, our people, but I tell you, I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine. But the reality is, it's safer than being tackled by a Tennessee Titan. Give it a shot. Find a free vaccine appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
I'm Amanda, one of the RN shift leaders at Rome Medical Center. I love the sense of community that we have here. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced, and that's why I choose Rome Medical Center.
I choose Rome Medical Center because this is where my heart is. My family and friends use Rome Medical Center, and I want everyone that comes through our doors to have an experience that makes them as proud of Rome Medical Center as I am.
Find out why Rome Medical Center is the best choice for your future in healthcare. Learn more at RomeMedicalCenter.com.
Earl Duff Pre-Owned Center in Harriman is East Tennessee's best choice for pre-owned vehicle sales and service. Earl Duff is a name you know and trust, and we have been meeting the automotive needs of Roane and surrounding counties for over 49 years. Shopping with us is easy, and we treat our customers like family. From sales to finance to service, we're your one-stop shop for everything automotive. Don't settle for less with your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. Come to Earl Duff Pre-Owned Center in Harriman or online at duffpreowned.com.
RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We buy it on the spot and we pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. Rome Metals, we treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
Welcome back into the Locker Room Chat, and we're visiting with the head coach of the Sunbright Tigers, the boys team, Hunter Crouch. And Hunter, once again, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Right now, we're going to speak with some of your players. First off, we got Grant Sexton. We'll start with Grant there, and. Grant, if you would, just talk about the season thus far, how it's going for you and the team.
I think we have a good season. I think we have the good potential to be a good team. We just need to put things together, limit turnovers, score the ball more, hustle better.
Nathan, same question.
I was like with him. I think we have the ability to be a very good team, like hard to beat. And once we get rid of the little mistakes and work all together, I think we'll be hard to beat. Do pretty good.
And Jonah, same question.
Yeah, I think we got a pretty good team here, but I think a lot of our problem is mindset. We got to have a better winning mindset for us. I think that's the problem, and we need to get rid of the little mistakes at the end of games that are bothering us, and coming out at halftime with a better attitude.
Walter?
When did, each one of you, how long have y'all been playing basketball?
I've been playing basketball since I've been 4, I think, about 3 or 4.
Yeah, I've been playing my whole life with him, like 3 or 4.
I'm the same since I can remember, 3 or 4 years old.
That's great. Do any of y'all play any other sports?
Yeah, me and Jonah run track, and so we're a part of the track team.
Yeah, track, football, and basketball is my 3 sports.
My goodness, 3.
I just play football and basketball. So.
Okay.
And Grant, what did you play in football?
I played wide receiver and corner.
Wide receiver and corner.
Yep.
What's your favorite sport?
Probably basketball. Football's fun, but I think I have more of an interest in basketball as playing wise.
You've been on the team all 4 years?
Yeah, all 4 years.
And do you have any pregame rituals?
Not really. Just listening to music, getting focused.
How about you, Nathan? Pre-game rituals?
Just we pray before. That's about it. Yeah.
Jonah?
Yeah, I think it's pretty important to pray before games. That's my pregame ritual, if I had to say.
Mm-hmm. And Jonah, who's your favorite team?
My college or NBA?
Or both?
My favorite college team, Tennessee. I love the Vols, and if I had to say NBA, it'd probably be the Mavericks because I like watching Luka play.
Mm-hmm. And you have a favorite player?
On the Tennessee, I'd probably say Vescovy. I like his 3 game, pretty good.
And pro?
Luka Doncic.
Right.
He's pretty good.
Yeah. How about you, Nathan? Have a favorite team or?
Yeah, my favorite college team is the Vols, and then my favorite college team is probably the Celtics because I like Grant Williams.
Okay.
And then my favorite player on the collegiate is probably Ziegler.
My favorite NBA team, probably the Bucks. I like Giannis. He's my favorite player probably. And for college, I like the Vols. And all-time player, the Vols, I like Grant Williams.
Uh-huh. And Grant, go ahead and ask you, who's the toughest team y'all played this year?
Ooh. Probably between Campbell County, Monterey, and Oneida. I'd have to say those 3 teams are pretty tough. Hard to beat.
Would you agree with that, Nathan?
Yeah, I would. And then we competed with them until halftime, and then downhill we all just got tired after that. So, yeah.
I think Anderson County's up there too. They're a pretty tough team. They got a lot of depth.
Right. And Jonah, have any other hobbies when you're not playing sports?
Well, I like to play music a lot.
What do you play?
I play guitar, bass, and piano.
Oh, wow. Pretty talented.
Yeah, I like to play piano.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Nathan?
I like track. I'll probably practice discus when I'm not doing nothing in track. So that's what I like to do.
What do you do in track?
So I run the 800, and then I throw shot put, and I throw discus for track.
Okay.
I like to probably play video games. That's pretty fun. I shoot ball on my off time sometimes, and I like to watch football games, NFL, college, and some basketball.
Who's your favorite NFL team?
I like the 49ers. I do like the 49ers, but probably Titans.
Who do you think's going to win who's going to the Super Bowl?
I'm going to say Bengals and 49ers.
Okay. Walter?
Yeah, next thing, who's your biggest rival, or who do y'all get up for most excited to play?
I think it's Waltberg. to be honest. Wartburg, and we get pretty excited about Cofield most of the time.
Y'all are closer to Wartburg than any other school, right?
Yeah. Yep.
How you pronounce that? Is it Wartburg?
I say Wartburg.
It's Watt.
Some
ain't
people
it?
say Wart. I say Watt.
I think it's pronounced Watt. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that.
I'd have to agree with Grant. So.
I'd say Wartburg. They're my biggest rival. I don't like Wartburg very much.
I believe that's.
I like some of the boys, but I don't like Wartburg.
I think that's Eric Oak's favorite team, Wartburg.
Really?
You know Eric?
No, I don't. I don't
No.
know him.
He used to help me out on the show.
Oh, okay.
You know, they like to see him. They like to see him come into Wartburg, don't they? Walter?
Yeah, they certainly do. They'll never be the same.
So, Jonah, what's some of your strengths on the court, basketball court, and some things you need to work on?
Well, I think my speed helps me a lot. I got a lot of speed, and my pull up for mid range is probably my second best thing. But I got to work on my ball handling a lot. Trying to keep up with my speed with my left hand and stuff. And I need to work on my free game a lot.
I know your brother played. We had him on the show a couple years ago. John? What's he into now?
Well, he graduated from TCAT with a welding degree, and now he's working up at Tate Lyle in Loudon. So he's welding pipe.
Well, so he was a pretty good player.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He practiced me a lot. He's better.
Having technical difficulties here.
Oh my goodness.
Back on.
So you're ready to go.
About good.
Good. Okay.
Do we need to start over on anything? Questions? Or? Yeah, let's talk about like some of the strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, my strength is probably my speed. I got a lot of speed, and my pull-up jumper from mid-range is pretty good, but I got to work on my ball handling a lot with my left hand and keeping up with my speed when I'm running.
And Nathan?
I would say some of my strengths are rebounds. I like to rebound and play defense. I get putbacks and put them back, and then I say hustle is another one. I like to get on the floor after the ball.
And Grant?
My strengths, I think, well, when the start of the season came, I was struggling with shooting, but I think that came with football, getting back into the routine of basketball. After the first of the year, I think I stepped it up with shooting. That's probably my biggest strength. I think I need to be better handling the ball and work harder on defense.
What's it like to play for Sunbright?
It's fun. It's a fun group of guys. We love each other a lot. Fun to be around each other. Great coach.
Nathan?
Yeah. I was waiting on that.
You like to wear those colors. I guess you grew up being a Sunbright.
Yeah, I've always grown up being a Tiger, and always will be one. So we have a really good group of guys. Like he said, we all do love each other, and it's like family. And we hang out outside of basketball and everything. It's really fun.
And Joan?
Yeah, I like playing for Sunbright. About everybody on the team's friends with everybody else on the team, and everybody just loves each other and cut up with each other all the time. And Coach has just fell right in with us. I think he's done a really good job of just getting in with the community.
And your brother John played, was talking about earlier, and he was a pretty good player. I think he had some dunks. You got any dunks yet?
Yeah, he had some dunks, but he's just a little bit taller than I am, and I can't get up there as good as he could.
You can still take him one-on-one, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And we got a call coming in. Let's go ahead and take it. Might be Eric. No. Go ahead, caller. You're on the locker room chat. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, I just had a question for Coach Crouch here. I was just wondering if he had what's the mindset going into the end of the season, going into the tournament? if he's got anything he wants to change up, or if it's just, the same thing that they've been doing, just playing hard. Just wondering if he's got anything up his sleeve.
That's a good question. I would just say keep working hard. We're working on lineups right now. We've got some guys that are kind of, coming off the bench for us, doing some big things, and are earning some time on the floor. So we're working on our rotations, and just trying to get all 5 guys to play hard, and the guys that come off the bench play harder than the guy you're subbing in for. That's just been kind of my mindset with the guys. Just want them to get after it. And, we're working on finishing at the rim, knocking down more shots. Like Grant said, shooting percentage has been down. It's starting to climb back up. So we just continue to get shots up in the gym and in practice, and just keep working hard. And I think, eventually we're going to put it all together, and we'll be dangerous when tournament time comes.
Heck yeah.
Any other questions, caller?
Oh, that's all I had for him.
All right. Well, thank you for
Enjoying
calling.
the show. I can't wait to watch the game.
All right. Thank you for calling in.
Yes, sir.
And guys, if you would go ahead there, Jonah. What's it like playing for Coach Crouch?
Well, we've had a lot of coach changes since we've been in high school. We've had 3 different coaches. And I think this has been the most fun because just the way he handles practice, we get a lot of coaches just make you drills, but we get a lot of we'll get offense and defense so we can run through our plays a little better and get a feel of what it'd be like in game, so we can have that JV defense on us, so it'll get us more prepared for the game.
Mm-hmm. Coach Crouch, talk a little bit about Jonah Friels.
Jonah's our point guard, and just like he said, he needs to work on his left hand, but man, he's quick, and if we can get him up the floor in a full head of speed, I'm very confident in, like he said, his pull-up jumper. That's a very high percentage shot for him, and when he gets to the rim, that's another very high percentage shot for him. He finishes well at the rim, and but like he said, just work on his ball handling, and he'll get it put together, by February.
Nathan, what's it like playing for Coach Crouch?
It's really fun. We joke around with him, and we know when we can joke around with him and when we got to be serious. And sometimes, during the game, when you mess up, you're gonna come out. So that's about it.
Does he say he's a player coach?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Coach, talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, he's right.
Nathan,
he's
Ward.
right. That's what I told him when I first met him. I said, I'm a player's coach. I'm a lot closer to y'all's age than most coaches, and they give me a hard time. They mess with me, but we figured out that line of when we're done messing around and when it's time to mess around. But Nathan works hard for us on the block. He pulls a lot of rebounds for us, and he's just. The biggest thing for Nathan is just work on finishing at the rim. That's, and scoring the ball for us a little bit more. I'm confident on him on defense. He can guard any post player in the district, any post player on our schedule. I'm confident that when ball gets thrown down there, he's going to get us a stop and get us a board. But just in practice working on finishing at the rim, scoring the ball a little more.
Mm-hmm. You got another call, Chandler?
Yeah, he wanted the coach to talk about his sophomores.
Yeah. Talk about your sophomores, Coach.
That must be somebody from something bright. So we got some sophomores on the team. One of them's our 7-footer, Xander.
Oh,
yeah. but no, Xander's one of our sophomores, and he won the MVP down in Florida. We went to Orlando and played, and he got the MVP award. So that was big. He's a guard, forward, post for us, kind of plays all different positions, and.
What's his last name?
Xander Gwynn's his name, and he plays JV and a little bit of varsity for us. Now our other 2, we've got Garrett Rogers. He's one of our best players on the team. Very athletic, stands about 6'5", and he's still figuring out how to finish with a double team. A lot of teams are doubling him, and because he provides a lot of points for us, and a lot of teams look to double him, and he's learning how to handle pressure. But yeah, very tall, very athletic, good on defense for us. Him and Nathan down there, they don't allow much, and they pull a lot of boards for us. And our last one's a guy comes off the bench for us. He's just as tall as Ben and Nathan and Garrett. His name's Ben Carson. A big, tall, redheaded boy. You can't miss him, and he works harder than anybody on the team, man. You put him out there. He's a bull in a china shop, but he'll gonna work hard for you for the time that he's in the game.
How tall is Carson?
Carson's about 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". He's just right there with Nathan and Garrett.
So you got some talent coming up with that sophomore class.
Yeah, for sure,
like.
for sure. And this right here is great for him. All it is experience. So I'm glad that they're getting to get in these games and get to play and get that feel for a close game when it's late and you need them out there, and that's only going to help them junior year, and then we've still got 2 more years after this with them. So I'm excited for sure.
Mm-hmm. You got another call. Locker room chat. You're on the air.
Hi, I just have a question for Coach Crouch. What's it been like transitioning from a player to now being a head coach?
That's a great question. I would say that's probably my biggest weakness that I've had so far. Is going from being the one that's out there doing it and now being the one that has to stand on the sideline and kind of say, hey, you go out there and do it, and then hope that they do it the way that you're wanting them to do it. That's been tough for me. It really has, and but I've gotten a lot better. I'm starting to fall more into this coaching role and not really think about well, I can just go out there and do it. That's right. And I'm getting out of that, and it's been better, and but I'm learning just as much as these guys are learning throughout the year. I'm learning too. So.
Well, that's great. Well, you've done a good job so far, and I know you guys will continue to be good, and hope you guys good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All righty.
Well, thank you for the call. Thanks for calling in. We're visiting with the first-year head coach, Sunbright Tigers, the boys, Hunter Crouch. And let's go back to some of your players here, Grant Sexton. And Grant, what's it like playing for Coach Crouch?
It's fun. I think, like what Jonah said, it's been hard with 3 different coaches this high school career. I think he has filled in to this family in this group good. We do know when to stop joking around and when to take practice seriously. He's extremely fun to play for, and it's been a pleasure playing for him.
Mm-hmm. Coach Crouch, talk a little bit about Grant and Sexton.
Grant, good kid. I got him coming in, and I could tell he was somebody that liked to shoot the ball and was good at shooting the ball. And coming out of football, like he said, he knows he didn't get in the gym, wasn't able to get shots up. And me and him talked, and I said, hey, man, you need to get some more shots up, get that shooting percentage up, because I know what you're capable of. And he has. He's been staying after. He's been putting shots up in practice, out of practice. And it's helped. His shooting percentages went up, and he's knocked down a lot more threes for us. He's been scoring the ball a lot more for us, which has helped us a ton.
Who's your leading scorer this year?
Our leading scorer will be that sophomore, Garrett Rogers. Rogers. He's probably averaging right at 16, 18 points a game for us.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Walter?
Coach, tell us about some of your players, once again, your 6'4", 6'5", and 6'3" guys on the inside, and how you go about rebounding situations.
Rebounding, I'm very confident in our rebounding. Whenever, free throw line or shot goes up, just anytime throughout the game, just got to stay on them sometimes, to not use their size to just jump up there and get it, but to put a body on somebody. Because when we play teams that are the same size as us, sometimes we like to do the tap, jumping up and tapping game, trying to pull a board. And, but, just get on them, tell them, hey, you're more than capable of boxing this guy and going and getting that board. And then they do, I like seeing stuff like that.
And at what point did you get Sunbright? I know you had to hit the ground running because a lot to get going to get the season, going, and you being really the only coach.
Yeah, well, when I got here in August, so I didn't get to go to camp with them over the summer. And when I got here, I found out 4 of our guys were in football. So we only had a few guys, to practice with. Didn't even have enough to play 5-on-5, open gym, stuff like that. We couldn't even let them just play. We lifted a lot of weights, did a lot of conditioning, things like that, and just did some skill stuff. But as far as just letting them go out there and just kind of play, we couldn't do that. We didn't have enough. And But yeah, I mean, we figured it out though. We had to do it quick, like I said. But we figured it out, and that it's been good.
At offense and defense, you had to go a lot with your junior varsity against your varsity that you did have, and your players said that that complimented your team as far as running the right offense and defense.
Yeah, for sure. There's times where the guys they hate me now, thank me later, but I'll just tell 7 JV guys, hey, get out there and pick them up. The 2 out extra, just harass whoever's got the ball. And just so they can have the pressure on them and beat full court pressure, and then the half court pressure. Playing 5-on-7 is a lot harder than playing 5-on-5 against a junior varsity. So that's why we do it, and the boys probably don't like it, but I think it makes us better.
That's a unique and a very unique thing to do.
Let's go back to these Tigers. And guys, we got seniors, 6 seniors here tonight, and Nathan, what's some of the memories you're going to take away from playing for Sunbright?
So this year we had the opportunity to go play basketball in Orlando through KSA, and that's probably my most favorite, my favorite memory that we've had. And we also played this summer at Tusculum, and we all got to hang out there and sleep in their dorms, and that was pretty cool. So we've had a fun time here.
Mm-hmm. What did you do in Orlando? Did you get to go to Disney World or Universal?
Yeah, so we got to go to Universal.
Well, I bet that's a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. We got to hang out and have fun. It was
That's
good.
a special trip.
Yep.
Same question for you, Jonah. Some of the memories you're going to take away.
Some of my favorite memories are definitely going to Orlando is one of them. That was a lot different change of what everybody's used to around here. Nobody really, nothing really happens like that with the sports teams, but I'm glad we got to go. And then the Tusculum trip was a lot of fun too. And all the bus rides back, you can't beat bus rides.
Right.
They're my favorite.
Did y'all take a bus to Orlando?
No, we actually flew.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. It was the KSA. We went through all that, and they got us tickets and shuttles everywhere. They took care of it all for us.
What's the KSA? What's that?
It's just the program we went through to book all of it, pretty much. Yeah.
And Grant, what's some of the memories you're going to take to share with us?
Probably definitely the Orlando trip and the Tusculum and then the bus rides. But the locker room was pretty fun. Practices with the guys. It's fun picking on each other sometimes in the locker room, goofing around, having fun. And yeah, it was a fun experience this year.
What's that at Tusculum? That was a basketball camp?
Yep.
Who did y'all play there?
I don't remember the teams, to be honest.
Play some good teams?
A few rough teams. I think we won 2 or 1. Yeah.
Some out-of-state teams?
Yeah.
There? Wow. You won a couple?
Yeah. Just fun. It was good for us.
That's good.
Good teams and help us out in the coming season.
Mm-hmm. And Grant, all 3 of y'all, I asked y'all, what's your plans after graduation?
After graduation, I'll probably go to the electricians union, go through their apprenticeship. It's a 5-year apprenticeship. Try to be successful in that.
Mm-hmm. And Nathan?
So I'm in college through dual enrollment right now. So after I finish at Roan State, I'll go to transfer to UTUK, and I'll stay there for 2 years, and I'll graduate from there.
What would you like? What's your major?
Probably into sports management.
So that's good. Jonah?
I'm dual enrolled in TCAT right now for industrial maintenance.
Okay. All right, now guys, I want to do some speed round questions for you. Do some real quick answers, okay? All right. We'll start with Jonah. What's your, all of y'all, favorite food?
Probably steak.
Chicken tenders.
Definitely chicken.
And favorite restaurant?
It's a tough one. I like Wasabi. It's a good restaurant.
Outback. They got good chicken tenders.
I like Taco Bell pretty good.
You got a Taco Bell in Sunbright?
No, we got it in Wartburgo. It's about 18 minutes away. So.
Okay. Make a lot of trips over there.
Yeah.
He's got it timed. He knows.
Yeah.
It matters how you drive it.
What's a place you'd like to visit someday?
I want to go to Alaska and see the Northern Lights. That's my dream trip right there.
I want to go to Bora Bora.
Mine's probably Colorado. I want to go hunt down there in the snow. Be pretty fun.
You do some hunting?
Yeah. Yep.
Walker?
What are your other hobbies to do? I guess one you said hunting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to hunt, and during fishing time I fish sometimes. Depends on what I'm doing.
I like to hunt sometimes, and then I play some video games, but not a lot.
Most of my time is either music or sports most of the time. Those are my two hobbies pretty much.
And Jonah, what type of music do you like to listen to?
I like bluegrass and country. My favorite music.
You have a favorite country artist or band?
Probably Cody Johnson. I like him pretty good.
Nathan?
I like country. I like Morgan Wallen.
I like country. I like Parker McCollum, and I like Jason Aldean, Morgan Wallen.
And Grant, what was your favorite toy as a child?
Probably little army men play with, set them up, act like they're playing, and have a war, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Nathan?
Probably Lincoln Logs.
I'd say just any kind of toy truck. I just like messing with them in the dirt.
You drive a truck now?
No, I used to drive a truck, but the trip to TCAT's about 40 minutes, so it's going to be a lot for gas, so I bought me a car.
Yeah. And Jonah, if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Probably super strength. Yeah, I'd like to be strong.
Okay.
I'd say super speed.
Definitely super strength.
Super strength. And do you have a hidden talent, Grant? Anything?
I ain't very talented.
Stand on your head or anything?
No, I can't stand on my head.
What about you, Nathan?
I don't think. Actually, just yesterday I learned how to play Jingle Bells on the piano, so that's it.
Yes. Jonah could teach you that. Yeah.
I don't really know if I have any special talents. I guess music could be a special talent.
You have any phobias?
I don't like spiders. Or no, snakes. I don't like snakes. Snakes are my phobia. Whatever that is, I don't like them.
I'd have to say snakes too.
I don't know. Sharks pretty scary. Being in the ocean. Yeah. Sharks and different types of snakes, like a copperhead. I don't want nothing with them.
And Grant, you have you have a nickname?
Well, I have two ones.
You have two nicknames? Okay.
Last year, actually the year before last, John Robert, Jonah's brother, always called me Peach Fuzz. And I don't know why, but he did. He made fun of me forever for that. And then Gassy Grant. My initials play Gas, and they always give me trouble for that one. So.
Gassy Grant.
Yep.
My church family, and then they started calling me that, and it's Reg. I don't know where they got it, but
it's what?
Reg.
Reddish?
Yeah, I don't know where they got it, but they started it, and then now they've started calling me that sometimes. So I don't know.
They call me Jay Frizzy.
Jay Frizzy?
Jay Frizzy. My nickname.
Okay. And guys, before you go, I just appreciate y'all being here, and if you would just go ahead and give a shout out.
I'd like to shout out my mom and dad, I guess, for always supporting me in everything I do.
I'd like to, my parents definitely, and then my friends and family.
Probably my friends, my family. Appreciate them a lot.
And guys, once again, thank you for being here, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to go ahead and take another break. We got 3 more Tigers to meet, so stick around. You're watching the Locker Room Chat.
If you've been injured in an accident, let OEB Law fight for you. We will fight the insurance companies every step of the way. Call OEB Law today and turn your wreck into a check.
I choose Rome Medical Center because this is where my heart is. My family and friends use Rome Medical Center, and I want everyone that comes through our doors to have an experience that makes them as proud of Rome Medical Center as I am. I'm Nancy Easter, Manager of Materials at Rome Medical Center, and I'm so happy to work for an employer that values me and makes me feel appreciated.
Find out why Roan Medical Center is the best choice for your future in healthcare. Learn more at roanmedicalcenter.com.
As soon as I walked in the door and saw just the ambiance of the place, I thought, wow. I said, this is really nice. Everyone is just great with all of the residents.
I call this the Alexander House of Angels.
This is an example of one of our rooms. This is considered a large studio. We do have 4 different size rooms. They all have their own private bathrooms. They all have a small kitchenette.
I always tell residents that they feed us wisdom. I feel like that's a big special part of working in assisted living.
And it's a big family here. Everyone is very nice.
Look out for each other.
They do. She's made a lot of friends. It's been that from day one.
Yeah, it has. I love our building, our people, but I tell you, I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Earl Duff Pre-Owned Center in Harriman is East Tennessee's best choice for pre-owned vehicle sales and service. Earl Duff is a name you know and trust, and we have been meeting the automotive needs of Roane and surrounding counties for over 49 years. Shopping with us is easy, and we treat our customers like family. From sales to finance to service, we're your one-stop shop for everything automotive. Don't settle for less with your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. Come to Earl Duff Pre-Owned Center in Harriman or online at duffpreowned.com.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
If you've been injured in an accident and you've been getting a cold shoulder, then let OEB Law put the insurance companies on ice. As many times as it takes. Call OEB Law and leave the icing to the professionals.
Welcome back into the Locker Room Chat. We're visiting with the Sunbright Tigers, the boys' basketball team with head coach Hunter Crouch, first-year head coach. And coach, you got some good boys here with us tonight.
Yeah, interesting boys, aren't they?
Yeah.
They keep you on your toes.
A lot of fun. And right now we got some district standings we're going to take a look at. Chandler's got some standings back there for us, and this is girls right here. So Oneida on top, and Sunbright, they're 1 and 2. Sunbright girls, they got a new coach this year, right?
Yeah, they got a new coach. He's been an assistant there for a few years. He's got a real young team. He's got 1 senior on the team, and then he's got a couple of juniors that play for him, and a bunch of sophomores and freshmen. I mean, he's playing, kids in all 4 grades.
I know they lost a good group of girls, and
yeah, they had a real good team last year.
What's coach's name?
Tyler Langley.
Tyler Langley. Okay. All right. Go to some other standings here. I guess that's your sister district there. You probably match up with these in the district.
Yeah,
or the region, I think. Region, yeah.
Yeah, we've played Midway, Harriman, and Rockwood so far. We'll play them all again. We won't play Harriman again, but we'll play Midway at home, and we'll play Rockwood at their place.
This is girls, yeah. Midway 3-0 on top of the girls. Okay. Go to Class AA. And the girls, McMinn Central, they always got a good team, Walter.
They certainly do. They're perennial power.
And the Lady Chargers. Kingston doing pretty good, 4-2. Okay. And 3A, Halls girls on top, undefeated, followed by Clinton, Anderson County, and Scott. It's pretty balanced district right there. Halls on top currently. I know Clinton's got a good young team as well.
Oh, yeah.
Got freshmen and sophomores. Halls has the Tharp twins, so they're tough. All right.
This is still girls.
This girls right here. Okay. Still girls and Lady Wildcats on top. Carnes girls have improved this year.
Yeah, they certainly have.
Powell, 2-1 Campbell County. That's a pretty good district right there. All the same ones that were in 3A. Now we'll go to the boys. This is your district here, Coach.
Yeah, we're not as 3-0 there. Like we've been saying, you know, they're a tough team. I'd love to be in that 2-1 spot right there. I think we should have had Coalfield at home. But kind of what we've been talking about, just, you know, mistakes late in the game kind of cost us. And, you know, just the little things. It's always the little things that seem to add up. And you can look back and say, well, that's why we lost the game there. But like I said, I'd like to be in that 2-1 there where Oliver Springs is there. That would be nice.
You got a chance to move on up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we plan on winning out. The rest of our, you know, we need to. We need all the rest of the district games we play. And we'll play Oliver Springs once, Coalfield once, Oneida once, and then we'll have Wartburg twice.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to some wins here in the future.
Go up to 2A. And the Kingston Yellow Jackets on top of 2A, 5-1. 1 game lead over Sweetwater. I believe they lost. Their loss was to Sweetwater. But right now the Yellow Jackets 13-3. I saw them play against Clinton. They got a pretty good team.
Yeah, we played Kingston at a play day. We hosted a play day scrimmage. You know, they come up and we played them, and man, that was a good game for us. They made us a lot better. I thought they full court pressure the whole game, a lot of depth. You know, 5 in, 5 out type of style, and you know, they really made us work, and I thought it made us better. It definitely benefited us playing them.
I know they went to state a couple years ago. Go up to 3A. And this boys district standings is really a balance there. You see Hall's currently 2-1, Anderson County 2-2. Anderson County's won 7 in a row and got a big win over Clinton last Friday, Walter.
That was a close game, a nail biter.
And Anderson County also, they gave Halls the loss, and they go to Scott on Friday as Coach Jordan Jeffers goes back home where he coached for 6 years. So it's going to be a special homecoming from him. I think he said they're going to retire Trey Morrow's jersey.
Okay.
Played there at Scott. So, but yeah, then Clinton 2-2. You know, they lost everybody last year pretty much, but they're a really competitive team. Don't let that 7-14 record fool you. They've been competitive in all their games, and they're a dangerous team, very athletic team.
Just about every player they lost, but they've got that one fella that you were talking about last week.
Oh, yeah, Jeremiah Lee.
Exactly. He's a speedster, and they really get after it.
So that's a good district right there. And then Oak Ridge District in 4A. The Wildcats defeated Carnes, I think, last week. And Oak Ridge lost to West, so you got a 3-way tie right there. And Powell is 1-3, and Central 1-4, Campbell County 0-4. And you say y'all played Campbell County?
Yeah, we played Campbell County. That was our after the Hall of Champions, you know, the Hall of Fame games. That was our season opener at home, and you know, we competed with them for 3 quarters. I mean, it was a 4 or 5 point game, and I think we ended up losing that game by 14, 15. You know, it ended up being a little bigger than what it was, but we competed a good 3 quarters. And
is that at Campbell County?
That was at home. That was our home opener to start the year. We'll go to them to second to last game of the year there.
Well, that's a good sort of game to have to really build depth and to get ready for the tournament.
Yeah, I'm excited. We'll play them, and then we'll play another district opponent, Wartburg. But we'll play them. That'll be a good game for us. Right before that tournament starts up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's turn our attention back to the Tigers here. It's here with us tonight. We have up there right now Isaac Jones, Cameron Simmons, and Logan Christ. A lot of people pronounce that Chris, but go with Christ, right? Yeah, Logan? Uh-huh. No, Gary Chris played at Oliver Springs, a really good player, and coach there a long time for Coalfield football coach. So, but Logan, thank you for being here, and just talk a little bit about your season this year.
I think it's going pretty good so far. I mean, we got a really good group of guys that if we put it together, I think we can really turn our record around.
Like he said, I think we have a lot of potential, and it's not been going the way we thought it would, but I think we have a very, very good chance to turn it around.
Yeah, I thought we struggled at the beginning of the season, kind of, and I feel like we're going to do better going into the tournaments and stuff. I think we'll really turn it around and get it together.
Walter?
To each one of y'all, how long have y'all been playing basketball, and do you all play any other sports?
I played football, track, and basketball. I played basketball all growing up, and I quit kind of in high school. I didn't play my freshman and sophomore year. Played junior and senior. Played football all my life, and just started track last year and this year.
And how do you go from one sport to the other? How do you prepare to go from one sport to the other?
It's pretty hard, but you just got to stick with it and move on.
I've only played basketball, but I've been playing since I was 3-4 years old, as long as I can remember. I used to play baseball, but I don't anymore. I kind of just grew out of that one.
Well, you got basketball in your blood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I also just play basketball ever since I can remember. That's pretty much the only sport I've really played.
You've been playing 4 years, Logan?
Yeah, ever since I was little, I've been playing.
I mean, as far as on the high school team?
Yeah, I played all 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Same with you, Cameron?
Yes, sir.
And Isaac, all 4 years?
I didn't play my freshman and sophomore year.
Okay. So, Logan, do you have any pregame rituals?
Not really. I do think it's important to pray before every game, though.
I don't really have any rituals, but I do pray a lot before games.
Yeah, I just listen to music, get my head right, and pray. Just get together, bond as a team kind of before a game. I think that's good for us to bond so we can all be on the same page.
And who was, guys, who's y'all's favorite? You have a favorite team, favorite player?
Probably my favorite basketball team in the NBA is probably the Nets. I really like Kyrie. I think the way he plays basketball is just awesome to watch.
Mine's the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm a huge John Morant fan. He's a human highlight reel.
Mm-hmm. You like that dunk he had last week?
Loved it.
My favorite college team is probably Tennessee. I really like watching Vescovy shoot the ball. And my favorite NBA team is probably the Golden State Warriors. I really like watching Steph Curry. He's really good.
Mm-hmm. Well, he can shoot, can't he?
Yeah.
Walter?
Who's your favorite team to play?
My favorite team to play against is probably Wartburg. I mean, they're the closest school to us, and it's always a rivalry every time they step onto the court.
And like he said, mine's probably Wartburg. I know every time we step on the court, it's going to be a battle between us two. And they're just the closest school to us, so it's always been a little bit of bad blood there.
Like everybody else said, I think it's Wartburg. I mean, it goes down from generations to generations. I think it's always going to be Wartburg, too. We always have bad blood against them.
You still got play them twice, don't you, coming up?
Yeah.
You play them.
How far is Wartburg and Sunbright from y'all?
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jonas says 18 minutes to Taco Bell.
I think it's, somewhere like that.
You got it down. Where do y'all go after a win? Where do you celebrate a win at in Sunbright?
There's nowhere to celebrate a win at. We just got to go home. We'll probably all get like on the Xbox or PlayStation and play a game together or something, you know.
Don't y'all have a Sonic?
No, that's in Wahlberg. Oh, yeah, we got a Tiger Bar or a Dollar General we could go to.
Tiger Bar?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's about it.
They let you in there?
Well.
Tiger Bar?
Yeah. If not, we'll just drive through it. That's what somebody did a couple years ago.
Oh, okay. What's some of y'all's hobbies?
Oh, I love fishing and playing video games. That's my two favorite things to do. But I really love fishing.
I like playing video games a lot, but other than video games, I'm always like, I've been obsessed with sports like basketball and anything football. I just love them. So I'm always constantly dealing with sports.
What's your favorite video game?
Probably Call of Duty.
Call of Duty?
I love Call of Duty.
My hobby outside of basketball is probably fishing. I do that all year round, anytime I can, really.
What's the biggest fish you caught?
I caught a bass. It was about 5.5 pounds.
It's pretty good size. What about you, Isaac?
Probably about a 4.5 pounder or something like that.
4.5?
Not very big.
Y'all ever go fishing together?
Yeah, we go fishing.
Me and Isaac go to fishing all the time.
Where do y'all go fishing at?
His pond.
Right. And Logan, what's it like playing for Coach Crouch?
He's probably one of my favorite coaches I played for. You can really tell he cares about us, and he's really energetic. He really likes energy. That's his main thing.
And Coach Krause, talk a little bit about Logan Krause.
Logan, he's probably our best three-point shooter. And I'm confident when he shoots the ball. You know, I'm confident it's going in. He's shooting above 40% for us from deep, and you know, that's impressive for a three-point shooter. And I preach that to the guys, and I pull up our stats, and you know, I kind of say, hey, this is where you need to be, and you know, I'm glad to see that he's there, and he still puts the time in the gym, and you know, during practice and even outside of practice, he wants to come shoot around, whether he has to be there or not, and get shots up. So I like having Logan on the team. He's a good one of the good ones.
And Cameron, what's it like playing for Coach Crouch?
I love playing for him. He's really a great coach. I know he cares a lot about us, and he has a story like tell where he was coaching in his sleep because of how much he cares.
Coaching in his sleep, does
he? He always does things to try to make it easier on us and slow the game down for us. He really cares about us.
Coach, talk a little bit about Cameron.
Yeah, well, he's right. The old lady said I was coaching the team in my sleep. I was hollering out plays, and I was getting after them. But that's what I told him. I told him I was committed to the program. I wanted them to be committed too. I was so committed I was coaching in my sleep. But you know, I like having Cameron on the team. He always comes in the room asking questions. What can he do to get better? You know, what's he got to do to get more playing time? Things like that. And he's willing to do those things in practice. He's had a couple of injuries, kind of held him from this year, but he's bounced back, and he's ready to go, and he's ready for tournament time.
He looks like he could play some defense.
Yeah, he can get down in the stand when he wants to.
Yeah. And Isaac, what's it like playing for Coach Crouch?
I love it. Like they all said, he cares about us, and he'll get out and he'll even play against us, you know. I think it's fun, him playing. I mean, he's close to our age, but I think it's pretty good that he's close to our age because he kind of knows how we are, you know. And just he'll goof off with us, but it'll be like after practice or something, you know. We kind of all bond together too, like all of us, to him too.
He's a pretty good player, ain't he?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll give him a bucket every once in a while, you know.
Coach Krause, talk about Isaac Jones.
Isaac's a good kid. He's right. You know, them boys get to running their mouth a little bit. I try to get out there and show them. Got a stretch before, but I get out there and I give them buckets. You know, they know. No, I'm kidding. We have fun, man. We do. We have a good time. And like I was saying earlier, we've established that, you know, we're in practice, and then afterwards, they know when it's time. They love to give me a hard time. But Isaac's a hard worker for us, man. He comes off the bench for us some, and I know he's going to provide a good defensive role for us. He can pick up anybody on the floor, and he'll pick them up full court. And he's a hype man. If we need the team to get energized or get loud, you know, we need a stop right here on defense. He's going to make sure, whether he's in the game or on the bench, that everybody's hyped up and ready to go to make sure we get that stop. And that's I appreciate that from him.
Do you have any captains on your team?
Oh man, these guys
all
right
about
here.
6,
We've got 6 seniors. You know, it's hard to pick one, but each and every one of them do something in their own way to kind of lead our team. So I just kind of said, you know, all of them, the seniors. You know, there's too many of them, and like I said, they all kind of do their part.
Walter?
Talk about your format as far as practice and how long your practice is and your general format. Doing it, you as the only coach, how are you watching everywhere?
Yeah, and that can be tough because if you haven't heard, all these boys have talked about goofing around. And when you turn your back, you can always expect to turn right back around and see them goofing around. But that's high school boys, you know, that's just part of it. But I like guys to, you know, huddle up, let's talk about what we're doing, let them know this is what's going on, this is what to expect in the practice, and you know, get stretched out, get ready to go, and then let's get some shots up, just kind of get warmed up. And then I like for them to compete, whether they're competing against each other or competing as a team. We love drill. We got a drill called full court shooting. They love it. You know, they love it. They do. And just kind of getting up and down the floor, full court. You know, got to hit layups, got to hit mid-range shots, got to hit a three-point shot off the dribble. Left hand, you know, love to go to the left-hand side, make them use that left hand, dribble with it, and finish with it. Got to get 100 in a certain amount of time, you know. And you know, we finally started getting it consistently, but we've been running if we don't. Mm-hmm. And the boys, it took the boys a while to kind of, you know, figure out how to. You know, when we start out, they don't count as a team. They lose count. You know, they turn the ball over, and there's no defense out there. And they're figuring these things out. All right, you know, hard, crisp passes, catch, swing and rip, get to the rim, finish, get it out there to your teammates so you can get as many shots up as possible. Mm-hmm. Well, as before, it was just kind of sluggish, like, oh, if we don't get it, you know, we'll run. But now they've kind of taken some pride in it. They don't want to run, and you know, we're starting to get it consistently, and I like it, them competing like that. And then, like they said, I like to get the JV involved some, because you know I can't go half court and kind of tell them to go run over plays while we run over plays. So we get the JV out there, try to get them to compete against our varsity, and our varsity run through our plays so we can be, you know, everything, execution's just right. And then I like to switch it up to where we got JV on offense, and then our varsity guys can work on our defense. And then usually wrap up practice with free throws. Free throws are very important to me, and they've been very important this year. You know, we've had some games decided by free throws. We've shot very low percentage from the free throw line, and we've shot a very good percentage, you know, very high percentage from the free throw line in some games. And like to put a random kid on there to shoot free throw. If you miss front end, and you know, run you a suicide. You hit the first one, miss the second one, run it down and back, and you hit them both, next player. And we'll put a time up on there, and you know, depending on how many guys can just knock down free throws, if we can get through the team, then you won't run at all, you know. But if you keep missing front end, then you're tired, then you got to hit a free throw when you're tired, things like that. And you know, them boys love that drill too. Mm-hmm. And then we usually wrap up practice that way and go meet in the locker room. We all kind of come together and we talk about what we're doing the next day or whatever game we got coming up, or get ready to go watch some film. And that's usually how practice works with us.
You put time on that 100 drill?
Yeah.
You put time on the clock?
Yeah, we usually put, you know, 4 or 5 minutes, and they got to get 100, and they count as a team. And, you know, I'm usually just head on a swivel, just making sure they ain't trying to cheat me, but they don't.
They
you know,
just go from
you've got 2 lines going goal to goal, so you shoot 2 layups. So you shoot a layup on the one goal, you shoot a layup on the other one, then you go to mid-range, then you go to 3, then you go back to layups, and you just keep that motion. And that's just to get them up and down, get them warmed up, and then also, you know, they're competing, so they're having to get after it. They're not able to just jog and be lazy. It's got to be game-like for them to get that number, you know.
All right, guys. Logan, what's some of your strengths?
My main strength is probably shooting the ball. I feel like I'm a pretty good shooter, but I also like taking charges. That's probably my second favorite thing to do.
And some of your things you need to work on?
I probably need to work on setting down a little bit more on defense, sliding my feet a little quicker, and probably dribbling my left hand.
My strengths, I'd say whenever I want to, I can play pretty good defense, and usually it's shooting, but here lately I've been in a little bit of a slump, so I'm trying to get my way out of that. And I say the biggest thing I need to work on is probably ball handling.
Mine's probably defense and hustling, and then the thing I need to work on most is probably shooting.
And Isaac, you say you played football?
Yeah.
What position did you play?
Every position, just
Everywhere.
about. Yeah, one day I was center, and the next day I'd be guard and middle line. My biggest position is probably middle linebacker. I played defense. I was pretty good at defense, I think. And then I played fullback for a little bit, just anywhere and everywhere.
You have a favorite sport?
Probably football. I'm pretty good at football, and I like it.
Yeah. What's it like playing for Sunbright? You know, put those colors on.
Oh, I think it's awesome. We got crowd. Like, the crowd's always big, and there's always a bunch of people there supporting us. Like, old people, young people. You know, there's all kinds of different people there. It's just the fans. I think it's awesome, the fans coming and stuff, and the support we got coming into the school.
What about you, Cameron? What's it like putting on that blue and gold?
I love it. I really don't think there's anything like it. And it being such a small town, everybody knows everybody. So being out on the court and looking at the stands and you know everybody that's there and they're all cheering for you, it's just an unbelievable atmosphere, and there's nothing like it.
Logan, same question.
I really enjoy it. I feel like Cameron said, everyone knows everyone. So whenever, like, we're just such a small community. I mean, we're a K through 12 school. We don't have a lot of kids, but like even parents, like, we just all come together and we're just one.
Next question: the memories you're going to take away from playing Sunbright.
Probably the biggest one would be Orlando and at Universal. I feel like we went up there and we didn't play our best, but we had a really good time at Universal and at the resort, and just really bonded with the team and with Coach.
Cameron?
My main one is, like everybody else said, probably Orlando, because the resort we were staying at was probably bigger than the city of Sunbright itself. It was a massive place, and nobody around here was used to anything like that. So it was just a really unique experience, and I really enjoyed it.
My favorite memory is probably being in the locker room and stuff. We're always together, honestly, so it's always a big memory. We're always making memories because we're like a family, you know. We always hang out together, and so we always make memories all the time. And so I just like hanging out with everybody, you know. I don't really have a favorite one.
And y'all are seniors, and what's your plans after graduation?
Probably to be an electrician. I don't really know nothing. Just go to TCAT and just try to be an electrician. I'm not for sure, to be honest, yet.
I'm going to go to UTK and get into nuclear engineering.
I'm probably going to go TCAT for power sports mechanics and then hopefully branch out and be a boat mechanic.
Well, power sports mechanic?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good, ain't it? All three of them.
Yep. I got it figured out, don't I?
Yeah. And, all right. Any other questions, Walter, before we go to the speed round?
I think you had one gentleman earlier was an electrician and one electrician here, and I'm thinking there was two engineers, but I'm not sure. But that's quite impressive, guys.
Mm-hmm. Right now, guys, we're going to go to some speed round questions. Got about 7 or 8 minutes left in the show, so we'll start off with you, Logan. What's your favorite food you like to eat?
Probably steak.
Mine's chicken Alfredo.
I love frog legs. Those things are amazing.
Where do you get frog legs at?
There's a place in Pigeon Forge called Huck's Fins.
Oh yeah,
and they have some really good frog legs.
Been there a few times. Yeah. And favorite restaurant?
El Patron. It's in Wahlberg.
Yeah,
We go there all the time and eat.
Mine's probably El Patron too.
What's Cameron?
That one's
Mine's probably El Patron too.
Wow.
I'm probably gonna have to go with 18 minutes away from Sunbright, Taco Bell.
Okay, and place you'd like to visit?
I'm probably with Grant on this one. I'd probably say Colorado. I don't want to go up there and go trout fishing. I feel like that'd be so fun.
Mine's probably Dubai. I'm obsessed with those buildings over there.
Where's that?
Dubai.
Wow.
Mine's probably Texas. I'll see YouTubers all the time fishing down there, and they catch big old bass down there. So I'd probably say Texas. I want to go down there and go bass fishing.
And why? What'd you say, Cameron? What were you impressed with there?
The buildings, like the skyscrapers there, and just the architecture.
It's seen a lot of movies they filmed there. Yeah, pretty rich place, isn't it?
Yeah, very rich. Richest place in the world, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. And Isaac, you like to go to Texas?
Yeah, I'd like to go to Texas. They got big fish there.
Everything's big in Texas.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Everything's bigger. Type of music you like?
Probably country music, and probably Tim McGraw.
I listen to a little bit of everything, but I'd probably say the most is probably country.
I would say probably country, and my favorite artist is probably Tyler Childers.
Mm-hmm. Favorite toy as a child?
Oh, Hot Wheels, 100%.
Hot Wheels?
Yeah. I don't really know what they're called, but they're little dirt bike people that like ride those little toy dirt bikes around. I don't know what they're called, but I love those things.
Mine's probably WWE action figures. I used to like to play with them, let them fight all the time. I'd wear them out, get to them, just beat them together.
Walter?
Favorite movie?
Probably the Fast and Furiouses. I love all of them.
I'm probably with Isaac on this one. I'm a huge fan of the Fast and Furious series.
They've been over in the Y before, ain't they?
Yeah. I'd probably have to go with Black Panther. I really like that movie.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Oh, to fly. I feel like definitely flying would be it.
Probably time control, like the ability to just control time in general.
Probably, I'd have to say breathe underwater.
Breathe under? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Be an Aquaman.
Yeah, I'd catch big fish in.
Yeah. Do you have any hidden talents?
I don't have none, no, not really.
No, I don't have any hidden talents.
I definitely don't have a hidden talent.
Any phobias?
Oh, spiders. I hate spiders.
Yeah, I'm with Logan on this one. I can't stand spiders.
Mine's probably snakes. They give me the heebie-jeebies. I hate those things. I see one, gosh, I take off running. I hate those things.
You got a lot of snakes and sunbright?
Sometimes. You get a pretty good amount of them.
Yeah. Copperheads?
Oh, yeah, I hate those.
Really?
Just thinking about them, they tear me up.
And Isaac, what's y'all's nickname?
Mine's Isaac.
Isaac?
Yep.
I've got a couple, but my main one's probably BDD. And
BDD?
Yeah. I can't say what it stands for, but my second one's probably Crip, because I've been hurt a lot. I've broke my ankle 4 times, so they just start calling me Crip.
I'd probably have to go with Greg. I have no idea why, but whenever I started going to church this place I go to church to, they just started calling me Greg.
Calling you Greg?
Calling me Greg.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why. You look like a Greg.
And, well, guys, before you go, just go ahead and give a shout out.
I'd like to shout out my mom and my dad and my family.
I'd like to shout out my mom, my brother, and obviously this group of guys I'm here with today.
Yeah, I'd have to shout out my friends and family.
And guys, well, thank you for being here. And Walter, any questions for him?
Y'all are a fine group of young men, and you know what you're going to be doing in the future, and I'd like to see that. A lot of y'all are talking about praying, and I like that also.
Thank you.
And we wish you the best of luck the rest of the season, and hope you beat Wartburg.
Thank you.
Get the sweep, yeah. I might not like that, have Wartburg on the show. But Coach Crouch, anything you'd like to say before we go?
Oh, just thanks for having us, man. We appreciate it. I know the boys had a good time. If you can't tell, we've got definitely an outgoing group of guys. They ain't afraid to say whatever in that microphone. But it's been fun. Had a good time. And this rest of this season, man, I know our record's not very good right now, and we know it. And we've, we're getting more and more after it every day in practice. And I think I'm really starting to get to the guys there. They're ready for these next few games. We've got a good home stretch coming up with some games that we should win, and I think we're going to get back on the winning side of things and be ready for tournament time and make a run, man. I know we're capable of it, and I know we can do it. And like we talked about, our district's wide open, and we can definitely make some noise. And I'm excited for us too. I got faith in our guys, and we're going to turn it around. And excited to see how future goes for us.
Walter?
Varsity and junior varsity, how many players do you have total?
14 guys, yep.
And how many play on the varsity most of the time?
7, 8.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got 7, 8 guys that play for us.
So what time do y'all tip off at Sunbright?
Girls tip off 6:30 Eastern time, and we follow about 8 o'clock usually, 8:15.
Okay, Coach Hunter Crouch, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Billy Ward, thank him for bringing y'all down as well, and good luck rest of the season.
Yep. Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Much.
Thank you.
For Walter Stair, In Chandler in the back, my name's John Williams. We'll see you next week on the Locker Room Chat.